breakfast time. I'm having about 10 spears of asparagus, which I love, 2 thin bacons, and I have 2 eggs. I also have some tea that I'm having here. It's decaf, and a little super creamer added to that. All right, I added up my breakfast calories. They're kind of low, so I just need a little bit more. So I used some celery and PB Fit, 2 tablespoons of that, 1 tablespoon of low-fat cream cheese, a teaspoon of regular peanut butter, and a little skinny syrup. And that's what goes on the celery. All right, lunchtime is here, and I'm using these Olay wraps to make some Greek chicken feta wraps. I've got my English cucumber, some fat-free feta, and some tzatziki sauce. I'm just going to put a little bit of each, 3 ounces of the chicken on that. And then I'm using 1 tablespoon of the tzatziki sauce and 1 tablespoon of the fat-free feta. I also have some purple onions and some of the cucumber on here. And I'm just going to wrap them up really tight and put them in the fridge so we can grab them later. They're 2 points each, and I'm going to label them. Dinner came around, and I'm using cube steak, which I just salt and peppered and put a little bit of liquid aminos on them. And I've got onions, green peppers, a squash from the garden, Roma tomatoes, and I just kind of cooked them in increments till they all softened up a bit, and the meat cooked up really nice. And so this is actually going to go in to an open Olay wrap, and I'm going to add a little bit of mozzarella. And here's the dessert after dinner, a low-carb brownie, strawberries and whipped cream. And I took the extra from the dinner tonight, the beef and the veggies, and I put them in some Olay wraps, and they are 4 points each. Okay, good morning, honey.
Hi.
All right, it is Wednesday, and that means it is weigh-in Wednesday. And you just got done with your workout, getting some work done. What do you want to say?
I want to say that I'm up 3.4 pounds from last week.
Up 3.4 pounds from last week.
Mm-hmm.
And last week there was an up.
Oh, yeah.
So how do you feel about that?
Well, I'm perplexed.
Okay, because?
Because I ate a few things that I guess I shouldn't have, but I didn't think I was doing all that much. And I just didn't track. If I had tracked, I would have been on track.
Yeah.
And it's all caught up to me, and I'm still very perplexed. I don't know.
Well, it's amazing how much inflammation can help you to retain, water, and you really can keep quite a bit up. So, do you have a plan of action in the coming week?
I've decided I'm going to get back into tracking.
Okay.
And it's worked before, but I do know that I know my calorie target that I need to hit if I want to continue to lose is really aggressive.
Yeah.
And it's just time to get back into it.
Yeah. Okay. Are there any changes food-wise that you think you need to make this week?
Just stay on track. I know that this last week I've increased my carbs a lot. So my overall plan is to get back onto tracking, stay within my points, actually cut a few points out, and lay off the carbs. Okay. That's the only change that I've had.
Okay. And
some diet sodas that are pretty sweet. I think these diet sodas have driven my insulin up.
Right, we were just doing Zevia, then we introduced the A&W root beer, which was like candy.
Yeah.
And that has aspartame and acesulfame potassium, which both I think can trigger your insulin. And so that was dangerous for us.
I've been able to...
once those are gone. I'm sorry, go on.
Just go with the intermittent fasting approach too, which cuts out a certain amount of calories, usually in the morning. But not only have I been back into getting the calories in the morning, but I've also been having a snack with that soda and whatever comes with it.
And then not tracking it.
And not tracking. So
that makes a big difference.
it does. It all adds up to 3.4 pound increase.
Yeah. Well, okay. Thank
All
you
right.
so much for sharing.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Hey everybody, it is Wednesday, and that means it's a weigh-in Wednesday. It's my turn, and I am happy to report I am down 0.2. Now, it's not a big difference. I mean, last week I was up 2 pounds. This week I'm only down 0.2, but that's encouraging to me because I was afraid it was going to be up more poundage, and I'm glad that it's not. But I know kind of where I'm came from and where I'm going, and this was a good check. At first, I was kind of like, I don't want to do weigh-ins every week anymore. I just want to do them maybe once a month or once every 3 weeks. But I was kind of throwing a little bit of a fit this morning, and I think I'm going to stick with the weekly weigh-in for now because I do need it. It does keep me in check. Okay, so one of the things that's been happening is that since I've been sick, we all had a bout of this last variant or whatever, and so much better. We're all over it and everything, except one of the things that has been residual for me is I still don't have my lung capacity back. It's hard to work out and walk or whatever without it completely just exhausting me, and I just need to sit down for like 20 minutes or something and like catch it all back again before I feel normal. And so it really just depletes my oxygen level, I guess. But anyway, it's just going to take time for that to come back. So, but while we were sick, we pretty much just ate soup, and then maybe like hard-boiled eggs or meat or pork rinds with it or something like that. And the veggies that were in it were very minimal. And of course, in soup, they end up getting overcooked, so the fiber gets really whittled down. And I didn't have enough oxygen coming in to eat salad and chew and breathe at the same time. So I kind of got away from salads and veggies, and I didn't feel like cooking. So I just made things that were easy, some kind of, soup that was really easy. And then when I felt better, it was kind of hard. I didn't really pick it up and go back. I just kind of like kept going. So now this was a wake-up call today, so I'm glad. It kind of just like, shook me up a bit and said, Kat, you need to bring the veggies back. And it's true, I need to bring them back now, and I can. So now I watch Dr. Berg sometimes, and he talks about having 7 cups of vegetables per day, which right now I think is probably going to cause some gastric distress. So I'm thinking maybe 5 to 7 is good for me to shoot for, and then try to work more in. So I've already had 2 today, and that's what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to increase the veggies. I don't have a problem with rest. I have been really working in a lot of sleep and rest. Water, I'm going to try to do better about the water, and we're going to try to back away from those diet sodas that have, the aspartame, acesulfame, potassium, these things that get your insulin going, and just have the things like the Zevia or the Virgils, which kind of just have stevia. And so that's what's going to happen. Then also tracking. I was, of course, when I was sick, I did stay low carb. I have been low carb the entire time. I just was kind of lazy about tracking because I just wasn't feeling well and I didn't care. And then it was really hard to get back into it. So it was kind of like in and out since then. But I mean, I've tracked everything today. I'm back. I realized that is something that really needs to be at the forefront. And I was really having a hard time going back and forth with this too, because I was thinking, well, Weight Watchers doesn't really like my keto foods, so maybe I should just dump that and just stick with the low carb and not track. But I can do that, I know, but when I bring it up to my husband, he is really wanting to use the app, the Weight Watcher app. And so that really is important to him. And I think then, therefore, it is really important for me to support him in that. And so I'm also going to continue that because everybody needs a partner. If it really helps further the success for someone that much more. So I will be doing that, but I am committed to it now and to being diligent and disciplined to using that. So I think next week's weigh-in will probably be maybe better than this one. We'll see. Okay, guys, I'm going to let you go for now. If you have any questions, ask me below. And if not, I will see you in another video. Oh, wait. First, I wanted to tell you I am really going to be, I just put another video out on our other channel, which is listed below. So if you don't see me here, go over there and please subscribe it and like it, because we're trying to build up that channel, and we really probably want to do more work over there than over here, and it's just going to take time to do that. So if you don't see me here, come and check us out at Sweetwater Place and hang out for a little bit. Okay, guys, I will see you next time. Love you guys a lot, and I hope you have a marvelous day.